Guys, there's like wine and food in the back too if you guys want anything for now.
Bottles of
Until she
water.
gets started. There's water.
Yeah, go grab your stuff. We could totally wait for people. Wait, now they're all looking at you guys. Hey! We are getting wine and drinks and such. Hey! Hey, Jen. All right. So we are going to get started soon. Say hi, everyone. Hey! Okay, hey. All right. We're getting wine because we can't train without wine, right?
So you can't hear them, they can only hear you.
Yep. You'll see when like people are popping up. There's like two who wants to hold it. Is it gonna distract you?
No, Eric is all of that.
Erica's like, let me see what's going on. Right?
I'm good.
So we work closely. I love it.
I look like death. I don't even care. Don't judge me, Periscope. Okay. I'll put it on YouTube after. Maybe.
What are you putting on YouTube?
I said maybe. If I don't look like that.
You guys want water?
You want one? I have one.
Not right now.
No thanks.
Let's see. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is like our first like official team. Like, woo! Yay, okay. I just felt like it. Okay. So basically what I just want to start with is obviously thanking everyone for being here because I know this is taking time away from your families and your day and your evening and everything else like that. So thank you. It means a lot. And not only that, but it shows that you actually want to be here and you're committed to learning, and that makes me excited because that makes me want to actually share what's been making me successful as well as everyone else. So I'm super excited about that. So as you guys know, I started out in 2013 and I went a few months, was doing pretty good. I had like 3-4 distributors, making some money, and then I quit because I didn't have the vision. I had no idea what my why was. Like I knew that I didn't want to work at home, but I kind of wanted to go to school. I wanted to do this. I didn't know where I was going. So I quit. And then in January, I found Lair, and I decided, you know what, if this woman could retire her husband after 8 months, which honestly, that's amazing. That's like 1 in a million, but hey, I'll be happy if it takes me 2. Like, you know, so this is, I say for me, this is like a 3 to 5 year plan. Like if I could give this my all for 3 years, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Like I could do that for myself. I know that that's something I could do, and I hope that's something that you guys could do. So that's what I say. So I was reading Compound Effect, and a lot of this is like self-development because people aren't going to want what we have. They're going to buy into us more than they're going to buy into anything else. That's number one. So a really cool example that the Compound Effect was saying was if there was a bridge, right, and it was 10 feet, and I told you, you got to walk across this bridge. It's on the floor, and it's $10. It'll be $10 at the end of it, right? You're going to be like, all right, I'm walking across the bridge. No big deal, right? Put the same bridge on top of the building and tell you to walk. You're going to be like, yeah, no. The risk is not worth it, right? It's not worth the reward anymore. Your why is not big enough. Now if I put your kid at the other end of the bridge and I put the building on fire, I bet you're across that bridge before I can even ask the question. You know, so your why was amplified by so much that you didn't even think to taste the risk. You didn't even think about the consequences. So it's kind of the same thing here. If I tell you to fill out that hundreds list that I gave you, fill out that list, put people's names on there that you think would be interested in this. If you think, okay, you know, there's a product for them, there's a product that, you know, that we have that would be right for this person, I'm going to put them down, I'm going to put the product name next to it. If I give you $100 for every single person you called, you'd be on that phone. So what's stopping you now? You know what I mean? So you just got to think of it as a mindset. It's like, you know, and honestly it is like that because you know what, at the end of the day, if they sign up and they get 2 customers, you get $100. So that is the truth. It's just like, are you getting on that phone and are you calling them? Okay, so that's like really important. So we all know that our entire company is based on the 3 steps, the steps to success, right? So what are they? We sign up, we all did that, right? We set our auto shipment, our ADBV, unless we have the PV that we need, 150, that we don't need to do that. But I always say, keep the 80 on. Why? Because it's costing you $80 or roughly $120 if you want to add on the website fee to run a multi-million-dollar business. And no matter how much money you make, no matter how little you make, no matter what it is, it'll only always cost you $120. So why not run it? Why not be a product of the product? I don't know about you, but it has been a lot easier for me to go around and sharing the products than it is to sit there and try to sell them. So what I do is I use all my products, and then when people tell me, oh my God, Chris, you have really good skin, like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I use my cleanser. Like, that's it. Oh my God, your hair, like, it grew. Oh yeah, it's my hair, skin, and nails. Like, you know, simple. Like, you know what I mean? You lost a lot of weight. Yeah, that would be everything else. Like, our fat fighters are thermo. You want to get into it? Let's go. Like, you know. So it's all about a mindset. It's all about, you know, whatever. Okay. So, like I said, 3 to 5 years. You have to take quitting off the table. Okay, that cannot even be in your vocabulary. It can't be a thought process, because once it is, your thoughts become actions, right? So if you have that thought, you're not going to pick up the phone. If you're thinking on the other end, oh my God, I don't know, what are they going to say? They're going to reject me. When a waitress is going around pouring coffee, does she like cry because like you said she doesn't want coffee? Like no, she's like, all right, well next guy wants coffee, like let me pour the coffee, okay? So important. All right, so self-development. At the end, if you guys want some books, I have amazing books. I'll tell you guys, you know, what to read and stuff like that. So we are pushing for some Ruby bonuses. So you guys are new, all right? You guys are still in your 60 days. Are you still in your 60? You know, they're still in their
I'm 60. Just coming out
just
of my
coming
60.
Out. Okay, so we're gonna like focus on for you guys and for everyone else, because building rubies is so important. How do we do that? We put through the steps to success. So you join, right? You set your ADBV. Then your second step is to get your 4 loyal customers to get your 120 in product credit, which you guys are doing, right? So once you get that 120 in product credit, we talked about it. You want to buy your 2 boxes of wraps, so your 120, sell those, make your money back, right? So you'll be making $200 if you sell each for $25 each. And then you'll get, if you have the 4 loyal customers, you get 2 rep rewards, 1 for every 2 customers, right? So you're going to get 2 boxes of wraps with those for $25 each, $50. You get 2 boxes, you make $150, right? So that's awesome. Those are your first 30. And then after that, the third step, which is the most crucial step, and that's where you get to building rubies, is you want to get 3 distributors, and you want to get one of those 3 to get 2, right? Now, if you are the personal enrolling distributor on those 3, as soon as they get to step 2 and they get their 4 loyal customers, you get $100. So it's $300, okay, for helping 3 friends out. It's all, that's why I say it's all a network. So when you guys were like, should I move it here, should I move it there? It doesn't matter, because you guys are all together. You guys are all working together. We're all working together, no matter how you put it. Everyone's a team. So it's awesome to be able to help each other out and not have to be like, oh, well, this one's mine. Like, no, you move it, and it's good, because it's going to help out everyone in the long run. So yeah, so our main goal in your first 30, right, your first 60 is we want to be booking parties.
Sorry, just to be clear, on moving them around. So for instance, as I asked you earlier, I enrolled the 2 of them. So now she has like 3 loyal customers. She cannot enroll them and move them, just say, to Nicole.
No, because she's her sideline sister.
So she could just, I guess, give the information to Nicole. Nicole just enroll them herself.
If you guys are doing parties together and you totally, you know, want to do that, yeah, just to help her get to her 4, I would totally do that.
Right.
After that, being that you don't have a team, that's yours is yours, what yours is yours. Once you start building a team, that's when you'll start moving your loyal customers to your team. You have a team, so your idea is to help them.
Yeah. And
now, once they get their 4, now your goal after that, which is actually what I was about to say, to get to Ruby, everyone has to be at 400 BV, right?
Yeah.
So now, she might have 4 loyals, but if they bought greens, right, 4 things of greens at 30 PV, you're only at 120.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you make them now qualified legs, right? So when they become a qualified leg, that's when you move up in the ranks. So you get your 4 loyals. That's why the reason why we say the 80 BV for the auto shipment is because if you think about it, if 4 people buy a box of wraps, right? That's 60, 60, 60, 120, 120, that's 260, and then you put in your 80, you're getting a lot closer. So that's why we do that, okay? And then plus if somebody buys, like, you know, the Fast Fighters or something, you're there, you know? So it's not hard to get to 400, but this is why it's so important, why we do like to keep our ADBV on, because it does help out our energy, you know? Okay?
Okay.
So yeah, so we want to be booking appointments, we want to be booking parties. Now, a majority of my stuff is all on social media. It really, really is. That's why I'm on Periscope right now, because a lot of my people are all out of state. And that's what I want to teach you guys how to do, because you guys have such an amazing network here that once we're going to expand that, we're going to hit it, we're going to do it, but then I want to go a step further. Like, we're going global, like all over, like I'm serious. Like, I have distributors in Florida, I have one in Ohio, like we have people, so if I could get them to do this over there, and they grow there, and we're all growing together, it will be beautiful, marvelous. Like, so that's why we're doing this. That's what definitely. So I have a whole Facebook thing in here, which is we're gonna get our notes for. So I have a memory jogger here, and you guys can get it in your back office. Are you guys familiar with your back office? Do you want me to go over anything from there? because I was going to skip over it if you're not, if you do know it. So, okay, so that is when
You're his back office.
that's when you go into your thing,
I got you.
your website, and you hit log on. You log on, you put your username and your password in. Okay. You know what your documents are. Do you know what your documents are? So you're gonna go to your documents. Okay. On your documents, you're gonna find memory jogger. You're gonna find the steps to success. You're gonna find almost every paper that I gave you guys. I'm gonna find a whole lot more too. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't categorize. Like, you know, take your time, go through stuff. But it's so important. And this memory jogger is pretty cool because you're gonna fill up that hundreds list with all people that you know of them. Who's your pharmacist? Who's like your dentist? Like you're sitting there. Like that's why we always say like wear your gear. Like if you feel a little fruity wearing a t-shirt, like I swear, like go on that website. There's a lot of really, really nice like guy shirts. Not gonna lie. But if you don't want to spend the money on one, another really good option is to get a lanyard and just like pop a Blitz card on the end of it. I have one in my bag. And people ask you all day long. I'm walking around the mall and people are like, well, what is that? like, well, why are you wearing that? I'm like, I don't know. This is what it is. This is what it does. Literally, like when I pay, whenever I'm bouncing around, so sorry guys. But when I'm at, like, Mike yells at me all the time. He's like, you are nuts. I'm like, no, I'm making money. I'm at the register. I'm like, hey, got a coupon? And they're like, no. I'm like, all right, let me check if I got one. So I'm going through, like, my GEO coupons. Do you guys have that? No? Well, I'm going through my coupons, trying to find a coupon, like, at the store. I'm like, damn, I don't got one either. I'm like, you got nothing? They're like, nah. I'm like, it's all right, but I tell you what, I got one for you. And they're like, what? This girl's nuts. I'm like, no, seriously, I got one for you. So have you ever heard of this crazy rap thing? This is what it is, and this is what it does. I swear, 9 out of 10 times they take it, and they're like, what? Like, they're like, what are you talking about? This shit's not real. Or, oh, I heard about this. Like, oh, my friend's doing this. And then whenever I get that, I love that. I'm like, oh, why aren't you doing it yet? And they kind of like sit there like, oh, well, I don't know. I'm like, well, I do weekly rap drawings. If you want, you know, give me your number. I'll send you a picture of the coupon, and that'll enter you into the rap drawing. I'm like, yeah, all right, no problem. Boom. I just got a contact. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to follow up with them because the fortune's in the follow-up. If you're not following up, you're not making money. You got to follow up. Bottom line is these things get thrown away. They get tossed out. You throw it in the car, the boyfriend throws it away. It's just like facts of life, OCDs, and you know what else I'm going to do? Like, they get thrown out. And they forget about it. They want it. They were so interested in it. You took a half hour in the mall talking to the freaking waitress, and you're not going to get a number. You have to get her number. It's so important. All right? So yeah, so take the memory jogger, go in the back office, look it up. There's a university where Dr. Don, he's the creator of a lot of our supplements. Most of our supplements, he goes over exactly what they are verbally so you can see it, talk to it. There's also an awesome website called The Product Coach. It works Product Coach. So whenever you're talking to somebody and they ask a question, you go right on there, you look up their question, you copy and paste the answer, boom, there you go. Okay.
I was looking at that yesterday.
The Product Coach. Mm-hmm. Really, really easy, really, really simple to use. She even talks to you if you want her to. She's awesome. It's a lot of great information. It really is. And it makes it simple for when you don't have the answer. Because that's what's really, really great about network marketing is that you don't have to have all the answers. You don't need to know everything. Because you learn as you grow. You learn as you make money. It's not like at school where you have to sit there through, you know, months of classes to get a degree and then go try to find a job. No, you're learning while you're making money. You know, it's okay. What we're doing right now, you guys are all making money, but we're still learning. You're like, I don't even know what the heck she's talking about, but I have money in my pocket right now. I'm like, okay, like, sounds good to me. Okay, so the memory jogger, and that's really important. So we're gonna have that mindset that for every name that you write down on that paper, it's $100. It's $100 every time you pick up that phone. Now, you know your people, okay? If they're a texter, you text them. If they're a caller, you call her. I'm gonna tell you calling is better because they can't get out of it, you know? And I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say to make it a little easier too, right? So you wanna basically call them up and you're like, hey, it's Krista. Can you do me a huge favor? Everyone wants to do everyone favors. Like, what's your first instinct when somebody asks you to do a favor? You're like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, awesome. So I just got started this amazing company, and one of the products I'm going to be sharing with you is the greens, right? They're really good, and they help people that get sick a lot. It stops you from getting sick all the time. I'm wondering if you could do me this favor for me. It's only $33 for 3 months, and you could be a personal tester for me. My sponsor said that one of the best ways for me to be successful in the company is for me to get personal testimonies from people I know. So what do you say? Can you help me out? That's it. So simple. They say no, they say no. That's it. It's not the end of the world, and you know what? No's not no, it's not now. That's all that is. Because on the next round, right, you might not be going to them, but I guarantee they'll be coming to you. Because they're going to hear from somebody else that you caught down the list, that they know, So it's going to happen, and it doesn't have to be the greens, it could be anything. So while you're going through your hundreds list, and while you're writing down these names, I want you to think of somebody, and like, they're always saying they're tired. Maybe I want to get them on the greens, or you know what I mean? I have some friends that are working out in the gym, like, I'm going to get them on New You. I'm going to get the human, thank you. HTC going. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to get their HTC going. Or I'm going to give them their ProFit shake. Our ProFit shake, our protein shake, is the only one in the market that has 2 enzymes. We have a fast enzyme and a slow enzyme. So you got a post-workout and a pre-workout right there. You have something that's hitting your muscles slow and hitting your muscles fast, so the recovery is all around. You get a full recovery from it. One of the only ones on it that does that. So that's pretty cool, right? And it's soy. It's not like the bad soy. It's like the good soy. Like whatever the heck that means. I don't know. I don't follow soys. Okay? So it's really important. So most of our products are all under $45. So when you're making that phone call, you're not really asking for a lot. You know what I mean? You're not asking for them to do anything crazy. And you know that you're asking them to try a product that you know they're going to want to use anyway. Right? Fine. So those are the 3 steps. Yes. Learn them, live them, love them. Okay. Questions before I go on to Facebook with moving, training, DTs. No. You guys have to be on Facebook. I know you guys are on social media, but if you want to be, and if you really, want to make money, I say this, you guys really need to be on Facebook. You need to be on Instagram, okay? We're going to be posting on Instagram 10 to 15 times. It sounds crazy, I know. But here's the deal. You're not posting everything you post from Instagram to Facebook. Instagram, you could flood, okay? Why? Because it's a cold market. It's people that live in freaking Taiwan that you have, I said a bad word, sorry, that you have no idea who they are, okay? And with Instagram, you're not seeing things constantly, you're only seeing things when you check it. So unless somebody is on Instagram at that time when you post, they're not seeing it. And chances are they're not going to your page to see it. If they follow you, it comes up on their feed, they're gonna see it. This is why we say post 10 to 15 times. But when I say 10 to post 15 times, I in no way mean rap. Not at all. I don't want you to do that. If you did that, I'd be like, well, that's why you're not getting any customers. Because people, again, like I said, the very first thing I said is people don't want our product, they want us, bottom line. They have no idea what our products are. We have to tell them what it is because they want our products, they just don't know it exists, right? So that's our job. So when we're posting, if you look at my Instagram, everyone should follow me on Instagram, and you can play copy and cat me on Instagram too. So if it's not a picture of my face, you post it too, okay? Or something that has my hashtag on it, you ask me for the picture without the hashtag, we'll get it for you. Whatever the case is, and half the time, all you gotta do is go on the team page. Which is why I say the team page is so important. Especially you, because I tagged you on that damn freaking thing.
I was
so
updating her
many
today.
times because I'm waiting for one time for you to respond. Just one.
I updated her today. She's like, oh,
like
She's like 15 notifications.
Because
she doesn't check them.
You just clears it off. She
I don't
gets
ever use my
notifications.
Facebook anymore.
She's gonna start, okay? Because we're gonna start making money on it.
Well, you have to check it and then do something with it.
No, it's just you get notifications all day long.
Now what I'm
That's probably why I don't have.
No, but
That's
see,
exactly
you can shut your notifications off to only do specific things. So you don't need notifications for all of Facebook. Just keep notifications on for things that you're tagged in.
Okay.
So if I tag you in something, you want to know that Lair's giving away a vacation if you get 4 loyal customers.
Susanna told me.
But you shouldn't have to wait for Susanna to tell you. You need to
And
know.
I told Susanna.
Well, I was away on vacation.
Did you check your notifications
No,
today?
I was on vacation. I did see it come through. I was like, oh, I'll read it later. And then she's like, oh, I won. I was like, hold on a second. I went on, and I'm like, wait a minute.
You need to know these things because you know what? You could have missed out. You could have missed out. You
I
don't
almost
wanna
did miss out.
You know what? Yeah, you almost did miss out, and that would suck.
Now you're going with me.
I haven't gotten mine yet, but we didn't miss out. But so yeah, it's like so important to do that, and not only that, but when you're active and you wind up learning more on the team page. Because sometimes people post a little silly questions. I love you, team, but sometimes you do. So when they post those silly questions, that can be found easily on the pinned post, which you guys read and looked at, right? We'll look at that. When you go in there and you look at that, a lot of the things are there. So that's the number one thing. So tonight, if you didn't do it, when you get home, you're going to do it. You're going to go to the ambassador page, the future ambassador page. You're going to go to the pinned post, and you're going to read every single thing that's there, okay? All the videos, everything. You don't have to do it in one night. I'm not a Nazi, but I'm just saying, like, do it for yourself. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you need to know the information.